Yeah, hi there, KP, and this is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. And how's it going today? And you're making me very busy, buddy. You just sent me, it looks like a pronunciation pretest for vowel and consonant sounds. I'm telling you, this is one of the most important things you can do for your TOEFL speaking score, because most students, whether they want to admit it or not, one of the main reasons they're not getting 26 on the speaking is because of their delivery, their pronunciation. So you're doing the pretest to find out exactly what your pronunciation problems are so you can spend time in my online course solving those problems. Am I right? So this is a good step for you. So let me go over to my website. And I'm going to go over to the pronunciation area in my course right now. And then I will download each of your pronunciation files. And let me grab I need to get a sheet of paper here. Hold on a minute. So I got to take down notes here. This part of what I do as a service for you guys, this is one of the most difficult things that I have to do, is to diagnose your problems with intelligibility, right? So I got to really concentrate here. Give me a second. Okay, so I have my paper, and I'm going over to the pronunciation pretest, which is important here. Let me look at it right now. I'm looking at my computer. Okay, so diagnostic pretest. Okay, now let's take a look at, it looks like you've sent me Part A, Part B question 1, Part B question 2, Part B question 3. So let's do Part A first, all right? And I'm going to listen to it and then give you some comments maybe as we go. So I will let you know by the end of this video specifically which vowel and consonant sounds you're having the most trouble with.
Part A, Lesson 7.
Notice there you said Part A. So right away you need to focus on the P consonant sound. That's one that you got to work on.
But, boot, wrong, grow, honor, over, father, do. Lesson 8.
Okay, with Lesson 7, you need to work on making that second vowel sound longer. Boat, grow, over, though, not though, though. So in American English, we make these sounds pretty long, unlike British English. So you have to kind of get used to that. Okay, let's keep going.
Pat, pot, map, mop, tack, talk, and on, mac, mock.
Mock. Mock, mock, mock. Maybe Lesson 8, that second sound, pot, mop, talk, on, mock, mock. That sound you can work on a little bit more. So that's Lesson 8.
Lesson 9. Bright, brown, broil, loud, loyal, pipe, bound.
Notice the word not bright. So if you have a consonant cluster, especially with the R sound, it's not bright, but bright. So be careful of your consonant clusters, especially with the R, and don't pronounce it. Don't say bright. Say bright, bright.
Done, get, lead, let, meet, met, blade, bled, den.
No, this one you're having trouble with the longer sound in Lesson 10. So it's gate, get, mate, met. Okay, let's go to lesson number 11.
Lesson 11. Meet, bit, beat, bit, leap, lip, seed, sit, heat, hit. Lesson 12.
Okay, same thing. So there's a pattern. So definitely the long vowel sounds you want to focus on more in my online course. And that's lesson number 11. So it's meet, mit, peat, pit. You have blade. No, it's seat, sit. Notice the E, how I kind of smile when I say it. See. And then the tongue's actually hard when I produce that sound. Seat, sit. Okay.
Lesson 13. Match.
I also think you need to study lesson number 12. And notice with numbers of teen, it's not 13. It's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. How about this? Let's take numbers of teen with numbers of 10. You want to practice with me right now? 13, 30. 14, 40. 15, 50. 16, 60. 17, 70. All right, let's keep going.
Dash, sheep, sheep, feature, fissure, shaved, shaft, shear, cheer, shear.
Okay, not bad. I think the CH and SH sounds are actually pretty good. Let's keep going.
Lesson 14.
No, it's 14. 14. So put more stress on the second syllable.
Half, have, fine, wine, fan, van, wafer, waver.
Now, I think that initial, in lesson number 14 there, you got to work on the V when it's the beginning of the word. So vine, van, that. So be careful about that. So lesson 14, focus on the V consonant sound, especially when it's in the beginning of the word.
Lesson 15. How, habit, who, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman, bidden, important, brighten, headtrack.
It's brightening, brightening.
Threatened.
Okay, you had some trouble pronouncing those words involving glottal stops. So listen, 15, I want you to focus on the glottal stop. So let's go over these words together. Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened. Notice, threatened. So that glottal stop is where you need to focus more in that lesson. All right, let's keep going.
Lesson 16. Major, measure, fragile, fragile, legion, legion.
It's Fraser. Fragile, Fraser.
Engine, azure, large, Asia.
The problem is that second sound. Measure, Fraser, legion, azure, Asia. So you're having some trouble with that palatal consonant sound in lesson number 16.
Lesson 17. Cake, keg, sing, sag, game, game, cap, gap, lake, leg.
You're doing okay with this. You generally understand the G and the K, but here's the key. Now, we have two kinds of consonant sounds in American English. We have voiceless and voice consonant sounds. You can learn more about what that is by going to the pronunciation area of my course. But namely, a voiceless consonant means that there's no vibration here in the vocal fold. So if I say S, as in C, or T, right? Now, here's what I'm saying. We have voice consonants like G, like G. So if a voice consonant is at the end of the word, usually the vowel before it will be slightly longer. So if I'm reading these words like what you did, you weren't really doing this. You'll say cake, keg, sink, sag, or you'll say lake, lag. So when it ends in G, the vowel is a little bit longer. When the word ends in K, the vowel before it will be a little bit shorter. So you did not do that. So that's something that you can practice on. And guess what? It will help your intelligibility big time. It really will.
Lesson 18. Learn.
It's not 18. It's lesson 18. 18.
Lean, rear, better.
No, not lean rear. It's lean rear. I think what you're doing is you're tapping your tongue maybe 2 or 3 times on the roof of your mouth. Rear. But in English, we don't do that. We don't even tap it once. We just say rear. So keep the tongue low and don't make it touch the roof of your mouth when you produce the R in English. Not like what you're doing in your own language.
Luggage, rugged, utter, right, light, committed.
Okay, definitely. Lesson 18, you need to study the R consonant sound, especially when it's in the beginning of a word. That's where you're having the most trouble.
19. Base, base, flap, flap, cap, cap, lap, lap, bay, bay.
You're having all sorts of problems with this one. This is probably a big issue. Again, with the P and the B is a voiceless consonant, the B is a voice consonant, so the vowel before those sounds will be shorter or longer. So let me give you an example. Flap, flab. Cap, cab. You see what I'm saying? Lap, lab. You're saying lap, lab. Or you're saying cap, cab. But you can't understand what word is what when you do it like that. So cap, cab. All right, let's keep going.
Lesson 20. Lice, lies, sip, sip, sue, sue, maze, maze, Alisa, Liza.
So I think on this one you want to focus on the Z consonant sound and produce that with more vibration.
Lesson 21. Multiple, Robert, example, pressure, principle,
okay.
Number, people, philosopher. Lesson 22.
That's good.
Volcanism, written, maximum, question, summer, reason, chasm, often.
Okay.
Lesson 23. Tip, tip, card, card, tight, tight, train, train, fat, fat, team, dream.
No, this is a big problem for you. Lesson 23 is the T and the D. You definitely need to work on those. Tip, dip. Cart, card. Tight, tide. Fat, fad. Notice again, the T is a voiceless consonant, D is a voice consonant, so the duration of the vowels will differ before those two sounds. That's why I'm saying fat, fad. Or I say cart, card. All right, let's keep going.
Lesson 24. Thigh, die.
No, got to get the tongue between your teeth. It's not die, it's thigh. Thigh. Thy.
Breathe, teeth, teeth, through, though, worth, worthy.
You got better as you were getting into those words there, but still, I think lesson 24 is something you want to work on, right? Okay, now what do we know? I wrote them down. This is it. These are the lessons that you want to focus on right now. See that? So it's lesson number 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, and lesson number 24. You, my friend, have intelligibility issues. You must solve these issues any way you can, but you need to speak more clearly with your vowel and consonant sounds if you want to score higher on the speaking section of the TOEFL IBT. That's a fact. All right, now let's keep going. I'm going to the questions now. I'm going to the first question, part B, question number 1. Okay, here we go.
Part B. I'm a BTech graduate and I have a major in computer science.
Okay, so you're answering the question, what is your educational background and your work history, right? That's what you're answering right now.
Part B. I'm a BTech graduate and I have a major in computer science, and currently I'm working with Samsung for around 1.6 years. I have been working in Bluetooth module and specifically the audio system part.
Okay. You're just not very intelligible. We already know this, right? But your intelligibility is kind of 50% right now, so you really have to work on the pronunciation issues. Let's go to the second question. The second question is, why is it important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English? That's what you're answering, right? So I'm downloading your practice test right now. This is question number 2. All right, here we go.
For me to improve my speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English, because I want to study in American or Canadian university, and I want to...
It's not I want to, it's I want to. I want to do something. So again, ooh, I want to. That's a long sound.
For learning there, I need...
No, it's not for. It's for. For.
to communicate to native speakers and professors, and for that my English should be better. If it isn't better, I cannot understand and grow further.
Yes, you need to speak more clearly in order to communicate more effectively, right? So that's the important thing here. Okay, we got one more. Let's listen to question number 3. Question 3 is, what do you hope to achieve in this course? I always like my students to tell me their goals. I want to hear your goals, what you're trying to do, and that's very important. Okay, let's get this one. So I'm downloading it right now.
From this course, I want to learn English in a very good way. That means I'm not good in speaking and writing English, and I want to improve those. Second, I want to get a very nice TOEFL score above 100. And yeah, in general,
okay, so you want to improve your speaking and writing. You want to get a score about 100. So that means that we need to... we really need to work a lot on the speaking and the writing areas, and that's why you join my course, because you can get this kind of feedback, right? All right, let's keep going.
To improve my English abilities.
Okay, now the next thing is, what is your actual score, your intelligibility score? I like to give my students their intelligibility scores so they can understand where they rank. Now, 1 is the lowest score you can get, and 7 is what we call a native speaker. So where are you right now? I'm going to put you at about 3.0 out of 7, so it means that you're not intelligible completely. You're having some problems with word choice. You're having problems pronouncing the syllables in your words. You're having trouble pronouncing some of your vowels and your consonant sounds, as I was talking about. So some of these difficulties are making your score kind of drop. So what do you do, my friend? Think about this. So you're now going to be studying certain lessons that I recommended based on this pre-test evaluation, correct? So go through those videos. You'll see at the end of each video there are some practice exercises. You can also send me your recordings to those practice exercises. Here's my rule. It's very simple. And you're fine so far. Just don't send me more than 60 seconds of speaking or pronunciation practice daily, and then I will be sure to give you feedback on a day-to-day basis. And you really do need a lot of feedback. The more feedback you're going to get, the better you can understand your problems, and the more correction you're going to get, and you will be able to improve. But remember that joining my speaking course or my TOEFL course is not enough. You also need a lot of practice, a lot of exposure. So spend time reading each day, maybe for about 45 minutes. Make sure you're watching TV, listening to the radio, listening to music. And most importantly, you speak to native speakers every day. KP. Promise? Repeat after me. I will speak with native speakers every day, so try to make that happen. Whether you have to go online or not, whether you have to find people, but you really do need a lot of practice, and that's going to help you with your speaking. Alright, so thank you very much. So right now, after the pretest, you know which vowels and which consonants you need to work on. You also know what your intelligibility score is right now, which is 3.0 out of 7. Alright, thank you.